This is your daily market review for Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. Getting a little scary out there, huh? Going to Halloween. As we talked about, chopping around until the end of the month. This is not the action you'd expect if you're bullish. I have to call it what it is. Now, I know we have Apple and Amazon earnings Thursday, jobs numbers on Friday. Economic data today, again, seemed very manufactured to be bullish going into an election, and the market just didn't really react as to what you should expect. Now, I know near term, as we've talked about, it's going to be choppy, sloppy. The market's pricing in what looks like a DT win. Looks like, again, we don't know about the stuff in the Middle East because, again, if you look at what Israel's saying, they look like they're going to be done soon, and that there's going to be some sort of ceasefire treaty at some point. A lot of other little things going on at this point. There's only downside risk in my opinion from up here, and people don't like hearing that, but that's fine. Pick and choose your names. Again, I think tech is the easiest short out there long term. I think financials make sense because they hold all the bags to all this stuff. I think, as we've talked about, oil and gas is going to be choppy. Gold's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be hold up pretty well, but the miners might get slapped around. There's a lot to talk about. So if you're new to the channel, watch the whole video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Leave a heart, a thumbs down, whatever you want to do, you know. It just is what it is. Let me know what you think would be a great ticker to look at too sometimes. So want to check out the Discord room, links description below. If you want to chat, use the Calendly link, hit me up. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, and you're not hitting me up, and you're going to get two agents for the price of one, I don't know what you're doing. People I've talked to have been following for years, and I'm like, have you heard? No one's had a bad had a bad, bad experience with this. I mean, all 5-star reviews. My goal is to find you the best freaking agent, no matter where you're at in the country. Put you in touch with them, and you have two agents for the price of one. You can guarantee I will be involved, helping with strategy, talking to the other agent, making sure that whatever you need and want to happen is going to happen, and get the most amount of money in your house sold quick. And if you're looking to buy, it's about finding the deals. They're out there. So, and again, Sam called me the other day and was looking for a deal. Again, he's in the Discord room, working with one of my best friends in Dallas area. He's going to find a freaking deal, guaranteed. Just if you're looking to buy in real estate, man, it's unreal. Education videos, YouTube, like, subscribe, and notification bell. Also on Twitter. Posting a few things on Twitter. Not a ton today, but again, XLF failed there. Talked about AMD being doo-doo, breaking trend line. Google felt like it was going to close at the lows. It did. IWM failed at the 224s. Basically, everything is possible. Gap and trap. Microsoft after hours, again, it might not be a straight line move. Just be careful, because what do we know? We got some bigger earnings coming up tomorrow. Especially, Microsoft's earnings, right now it's flat. So it's basically a nothing burger. Next week, one cut. You know that. Bitcoin, we talked about this. Breaking out, trying to. That's the key. I apologize. Sometimes this stuff doesn't refresh. It's like, you would think I would remember. No. Nope. Yeah. Tries to break out, backs up. High and tight's okay. Be careful with the volume up here. It's not crazy large, but it could show that might take a little time, because there's a lot of volume that's trapped in this. Again, if you had a VAP zone here, the VAP is all in this area. So you might see some turnover. Just be careful. Oil, yeah, chopping around. Not much to say here. Up and down. I think today was green. I don't know why it's showing red. There you go. Hit the refresh button. I think downside, long term, it's not going to go negative futures. There is constraints. There is refilling the SBR. There are long-term undersupply issues. I just don't think right now is the time to buy. Whether you like to hear that or not, that's your choice. Yeah, UNG, again, natural gas chopping around. I like natural gas long-term. I think, again, we'll be absolutely exporting it. UNG, futures, rollover, not acting so hot. Not surprised, because it's a crappy product. Sorry, I got Microsoft on the brain. I'm watching the 10-minute. Let's get into the dollar. What did we talk about the other day, right? Looked a little toppy up there. Now, the volume isn't crazy, but this looks a little bit like a bull trap. However, 8 and 10 day, this thing just was... First test of the 8 and 10 day should get bought. maybe going to the end of the month and the quarter. TLT, if you did not trade it today, you're okay. Yeah, it needs to close over 93. Nice little pop. Said this could be a base. Like this candle yesterday, I mean, we talk about traps, right, and extremes. That looked pretty extreme. Now, it could just be one of these things where it's a couple day bounce and then flop. But I mean, to really feel comfortable, you need to get over 93s. VIX feels again like it's basing. Hear the base? Do you hear the base? Said it needs to close over the 20s. I mean, we're at 20. Okay, we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. Sorry, not tomorrow and Thursday. They are one and the same. Vivix chopping around again, holding up. SPY up for most of the day, and then as the day went on, just little melty again. 20-day, not much to say here. I think it's possible you have a bull trap, or it just plays the chop game and then flops, in my opinion. QQQ again. We talk about semiconductors being the easiest short. SMCI. Well, who? I mean, SMCI is what, the third largest purchaser of AMD chips. 11% of their revenue. Oops. Something doesn't make sense here. I'm telling you, shit is fishy out there. QQQ, chopping at the highs, not making new all-time highs. Yeah, that's why I think tech is the easiest short, because it is lagging. Makes sense? Keep it simple, stupid. IWM, right? The Uptober, as they call it, should be led by the IWM. Said watch the mid-220s today. Doink! 20-day, watching DIA. Yeah, not acting so well lately, right? Worth an eye. Just keep on it. Gold. Someone said they were shorting gold today in the Discord room. I got on, but I don't know about that. But again, I think silver and the miners look right to short. They're not acting right. Silver breaks the mid-30s, game over. GDX, again, we talked about leading down. Hits the 20-day. These should not be leading down. If gold is going to break out, miners should be not pulling back so hard, right? Same kind of thing. AEM, earnings after the close. Manana. Keep an eye on it. 89.40 after hours, is it today? No. That was just so extraneous order. AG. 8-10-day chop in the mid-7s watching. Newmont continues. This is what doesn't make sense, right? If metals are strong, gold's going to hold up. Why is Newmont just look like turd basket? Turd basket. I know I could say a lot worse things. Keep an eye on it. Pass. Chop. Fizz. Breaking out. We'll see. Again, I personally don't trust any of these names. Because I've seen it. People are like, why? Okay, watch previous videos. I don't trust them because I've seen the market take miners out back and put a bullet in their heads, even though metals were doing okay. Taiwan Semi. We talked about that being the top. Little doji on the 20-day. Micron. Again, AMD. Sorry. Looks like a double top there. 100-day was rejected twice. AMD, again, will be a double-digit stock. Breaks the trend line. I don't know what to tell people. They don't listen to the rationale behind cycles. Because if you go study it, like commodities, like chips become a commodity. They all make great chips. And then all of a sudden their margins start thinning. And then you have like supply constraints if you don't have enough materials. And then all of a sudden everything just piles up. And next thing you know, you've got too many chips, not enough cookie demand, and then boom. AMD goes back to $10, which is done multiple times. NVIDIA, again, you got to be, to me, something scary. If Jay Souls, if you're listening, if you're in the Discord room, you see any big NVIDIA put plays, let us know. Because he was on top of SMCI, said someone was buying a ton of puts. Well, Ernst & Young fired them as clients. Was like, no freaking way, Jose. And also, they're raising $20 billion today. I don't know. Again, as we've said, like it made sense, the hold here. To break out, it couldn't. And again, this is what trading and this is investing happens to you. Like you have the best intentions. It looks like the base and boom. Accounting stuff. CEO does something stupid. You never freaking know. And so at this point, if you're long it, you probably had to stop out. If you're looking to long it, you might want to be patient. That's all I would say. Trade the extremes. Intel, nowhere. SMH, you're welcome. If you bought Soxus yesterday at 18.19, are we breaking the 20-day? Oh, that would be spectacular. Again, if you bought the Soxus at 18 yesterday and change, you're up a solid 10% today. Not too shabby. Again, leave a comment below if you did. I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. Again, if you don't donate, I don't care. I just like to know that people are winning. That's makes it all worthwhile. Adobe, chopping around. Yeah, don't Don't really know what to say. Apple earnings tomorrow. Somebody knows something? 20-day. Amazon. I mean, we know sales are going to suck. Everybody knows that. It's just, was it priced in? Amazon, is that a little gap and trap? Little gap and trap? Worth a watch. Look at Meta, right? Up 10 points, gives it all back. Snap earnings. I mean, Snap is just, whatever. Don't even know what to say about Snap, but worth a watch. Wait, did Meta have our earnings after? No, right? Yes, no. Yeah, they did. 572. I apologize. I'm like, I am pretty sure. Yeah. Somebody knew. Again, the reaction to the tech earnings. Oh, they're great. But it's like, really look at the growth rates. What are you paying multiple-wise? Are you expecting expansion in multiples? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. The earnings can't be going crazy. I mean, they're not going to be. And this is when I say expansion multiple. The growth rates are not going up. Now, they might still be positive. Or they might be 10, 12, 15, 20, 25%. But you went from growth rates of 30, 40, 50, 60%. And now they're 40, 30, 20, 20. And you're on the backside of the mountain. Telling you. Some of these tech names. Google, here you go. Bounces up. That's not bearish. I don't know what it is. That's open high, close low. Oops. Microsoft, after hours. Chopping around. Yeah. Did they have earnings? I can't remember. And there's so many things going on, y'all. I apologize. I could look. Shall we go into the briefing time machine? Before I started, it wasn't there. Spirit Air fight. Ooh, 330 pilots. There you go for jets. Man, there's so many. You go. There's AEM. Yep. Ribbon rose 31%. Okay, I did have earnings. Said Thursday. Sometimes they don't. They're wrong. See anything big? Oh man, I don't want to waste time on this. You know what's up. I'll look later. And the AQ again to me makes the most sense. Shorting up here again. Tech is not the future. Believe it or not. MicroStrategy is what we talk about taking profits. The more you're up, the less you own. Yesterday's action looks like a pivot point now. Hits the 1.618. Watch what happens at the 8 and 10 day. Fills this gap. Could it rise? I mean, again, it's all up to it's following bit. It actually leads Bitcoin. That's the nature of the beast. Looks like, acts like, smells like, looks like a duck, walks like a duck. Is it a duck? Netflix chopping around. I don't really see much there. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be owning Netflix. I mean, there's no growth in that either. Pedo blocks, big choppy range. Talked about it faking out, giving it back up. Pan W again. We like cybersecurity names, but if the market goes sideways, they're not going to be safe. People are like, "Oh, you could have bought down." I know. Gonna wait. Tesla talked about buying puts after the 3-day rain or 3-day post earnings move. So far, looking pretty good. Sold out of the money calls. Not a ton of them. Should have done more. Again, hindsight 20. I'm like sitting here. Hindsight's 20. Yeah. But now watching, you got to break 257. Just kind of thinking to myself, like, man, stupid. Not stupid, but just waiting for perfection. That's the reality. It doesn't happen. Insight, we talked about this. Being a great company, going to get bought out at some point. There you go. Breaking the downtrend. Love to see it in the 50s if it ever comes back. Probably not. Palantir, we talked about this one again. Every move up, getting a little smaller, a little tired. Right? Like, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Watching. McDonald's after close, I think they have more E. coli issues. Maybe it's priced in. I don't know. Watching the 290s. DKNG, things going to get throttled at some point, but no one has money to bet. Or they do, but they don't have money at a certain point. The best is priced in. Gamblers had the most amount of money last 2 years ago, right? Airbnb, trash, makes sense. Period that fails. Costco, look at this. Costco, 20-day, 100-day next. Keep an eye on it. Starbucks, chopping around. We talked about this one. The kitchen sink, the quarter on that candle. Now what? I don't know. FedEx. Getting close. Y'all see it? Trendline, 50-day. Watching it. Caterpillar. Meow. Earnings, gap downs, chops around. Holding the 50-day. Again, I think long-term it's a bull. Long-term, we'll see. Again, long-term, we will see probably much higher prices. Commodities are coming. Caterpillar's demand. Will be in demand. DE chopping around. Looks okay. I mean, long-term, again, it's hard to chase these names because this is what can happen. Like Nucor, it's like up 10 points, boom, comes back, gives it 5. X looking all right long-term. Again, I think you'd see that in the 20s. That would be a snag. VALE, we like it. Look at the big volume down here. Seems right. Chopping around. Arrow, we like junior copper. Just don't trust this stuff. Again, people are like, why? I'm like, because they throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's never been not true, and I don't want to get caught. If the VIX is at 20 and explodes and they beat the crap out of things, then I'll buy. I don't care what price it's at from where it's at. I mean, it's more of like, all right, I know it's on a discount, and so there's no backup potential, or I know the max backup. Does that make sense? You chase the highs and then the market crashes. You don't know where it's going to go. I'd rather just wait. Second mouse gets the cheese. CCJ, we like uranium holding, chopping. CF, earnings after hours pop, chopping around. Yeah, this thing's been beaten a little bit. Mosaics, I know Ben was looking at potentially up 100-day. Makes sense. NTR, these things have been throttled. I like these better than anything else. I mean, they have the least downside in my opinion. AA Aeron, we like aluminum long term. No reason to zoom out. XLF, talked about 4740s. Hit it and quit it. There you go. JP Morgan, 225 area. Look at that wick. Nope, can't do it. Morgan Stanley, again, it makes sense to short here. Define your risk. All these names, easy to define. Bank of America, easy to define. And anytime you see these pops, you know the range high, put a stop in. Goldman Sachs, KRE, same kind of thing. Look at that long tail. Double top. Put a freaking arrow on that little bugger. That's right. XBI, risk on name, going nowhere. Just chopping around. Jets, United Airlines. Nice action. But after the close, JetBlue or Spirit firing more? I mean, again, airlines are not going to be okay. XHB, in my opinion. Now, I know they like oil down, but we'll see. DR Horton, again, I'm telling you, residential real estate's not good. I could pull up the MLS stuff and just show y'all, but I don't technically think I can do that on camera. No, not looking so good. Not looking so good, right? Solar, pops, flops, chops, and we talked about this is due to bounce, but I mean, instead, you got your 15 dead money. ENPH, range lows, zoom out, bounces for solar after hours yesterday, earnings, gaps down. Nice close. But I mean, think about it, going from 270 down to $180. I mean, it's due to bounce, probably. I mean, dead cat bounce. Meow. HYG, again, you got to be out of your mind to buy corporate debt. Oil, nice little bounce today. Not surprised. UNG, again, I hate the UNG. It's such a crappy product. Short the KOLD, that's the easy one. Up at the highs, get it in the 80s. XOP, 2-day range, traded. Now it's a 3-day range. Go with, pretty simple. 3 days, look at it. You break low, it's going lower. Break high, going higher. But again, the key is the close, right? We've had these days where they just don't go, doesn't move out of the range. That's the key. CVE, again, I like this in the 16s. But if the market gets crushed, you might see in the 14s. Valero, we talked about the gasoline names not holding up, making new lows. Got to be a little suspect of that. NPC, same kind of thing, right? New lows. ExxonMobil, looked like it was going to break out. Occidental, again, but I mean, this is below Buffett's cost basis. But people don't realize that his cost base is probably in the 30s now. All the covered calls he's selling. We'll see. Just be careful. EQT, we like, right? We like it. Long term, man, it seems pretty strong, actually. You'll notice, looks like there's a trend line coming up. We'll see. Again, for it to break out, market would have to be strong, in my opinion. Last but not least, Flex LNG. Let's just end it here and go watching the stuff. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. I appreciate all the love, support, likes, subscribes, comments. Again, leave a comment below. Help the algorithm find people who need this kind of help. I'm always here for you guys. I appreciate y'all. If you have a question, don't hesitate to reach out. See you in the Discord room.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.